Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I just want to discuss my investment into Fundrise. I don't think I've talked about this at all yet. Um, I have made a post, I think, on my blog about this, but I haven't really talked about it in depth or shown you my actual account. So if you don't know what Fundrise is, you go to fundrise.com. You can see what it's all about. Basically, in a nutshell, it's a crowdfunded real estate platform where you can, or where a bunch of investors pool money to invest in real estate, right? Because investing in real estate is no easy feat. You do need a lot of money to invest into a down payment, rehab, and closing costs and all that other stuff. It can cost you upwards of 10 to 15, 30, 40, $50,000. All right, so just real quick, just want to cover some of their plans here. You have the starter, the core, and the advanced. This is for people with $10,000 or more, $1,000 or more, and $100, or I'm sorry, $500. Yep, that's the starter pack. Um, I've been with Fundrise for quite some time now. I've been pretty happy with the platform. If you want some more other non-biased reviews, you can look up on YouTube or Google a few. I'm sure you'll find plenty of Fundrise reviews. But I'm going to go ahead and log into my account here, and then I'll get right back with you. All right, welcome back. So I finally logged in. It's been quite some time since I've actually logged into the web browser-based login. I usually do it off my phone and just use the thumbprint there. But anyways, this is my account. I've been with Fundrise since about June 2018. I'm at the advanced level account. My investment plan is long-term growth, and I'll explain that here in a minute. My net returns to date since 2018 of June has been 900 bucks. Currently, my account sits at 17,100. Here's some quick stats for all you people who are wondering what it looks like, or sorry, what returns look like. All time, 607, 313 in appreciation and advisory fees. This year has been pretty lean, obviously, with the pandemic that's going on, but I feel pretty confident that in the future this will change. And up front, before I continue, of course, I'm not a financial advisor, a CPA, or any type of financial investment guru or anything like that. I just do what I do. But anyways, with that being said, let me go over the account. So as you can see, my goal account, I want to have for this is $75,000 by June of 2024. Realistically, I want to have $100,000. The reason is because of the potential yield and returns it can return. Um, if my Fundrise account is returning between, let's say, 8 and 10, maybe 8 and 12%, which I don't think is unrealistic. That's a pretty average number, pretty conservative estimate, anyways. I'd even go with 7%. But if it could return that, right, on $100,000 investment, you're talking 7,000, 8,000, or even $12,000 in returns through either dividends and appreciation. One thing I do want to talk about before I go any further into my account is kind of the mindset you need to have with investing with Fundrise. When you're investing with Fundrise is a real estate investment trust. It is not a platform where you just throw money in like a stock market and then you could get your money out tomorrow night. When you invest with Fundrise, your money is going to be tied up for quite some time. You got to think maybe 5 to 10 years. At least that's what my plan is, to keep money in this account for the next 5 to 10 years. Let it grow, let it compound over time. Maybe at the end I'll take some money out, or maybe I'll just start taking the dividends that this overall portfolio produces. Um, so Fundrise, I've been pretty happy with Fundrise. Let's take a look at the performance here. I've been pretty happy with Fundrise. When I first started with them in June of 2018, I only started with something very small. I didn't really invest really heavily into them until later. I like the platform. I like the way it looked. They're investing in real assets. They're investing in office buildings or mixed use. They're investing in single family homes or multifamily homes and apartment complexes, things like that. So Fundrise is pretty cool in that as the investor, I get exposure to all that. I don't have to be the person fronting up $100,000 just to be at the table to talk about investing into these types of properties. I can invest with other investors into projects that Fundrise are going after, right? So in June 22 of 2018, I only invested $1,000. I just wanted to see what it looked like, what could I expect, and over time it just kind of grew, added another 500, then another 500, 200, and 300, and just kept like adding money uh, throughout the year. And then, got a little more serious in 2019. I got it up to 10,000, eventually 15,000. And then this whole year, I haven't really put any money into it, because my direction has changed. I won't say my goals have changed, but kind of my investing strategy has changed. I wanted to get my brokerage account up to a certain dollar threshold, $70,000. And that's my FZ Rocks Total U.S. Stock Market Index hosted through Fidelity. So I wanted to get that up to $70,000, and I want to get this account up to $30,000 because I like to keep a ratio of 70 to 30 stocks to non-correlated stock market investments. So these are my returns, just at a high level. I'm not going to really go over it because you can see it. Screenshot if you'd like. But another thing I want to talk about with Fundrise is, aside from the liquidity piece, Fundrise is a REIT. It is a real estate investment trust, right? This is a company that invests in a multitude of different projects, ranging from renovations to value add to, you know, fixer uppers to everything else in between, right? To development, redevelopment, right? So it's pretty cool that Fundrise at least gives you as the investor the exposure, and you don't need a whole lot of money to invest. You need about $500 minimum to do that starter packet. But as you move up, 500 then 1,000, you just get access to more different property types. So that's why I want to get this to 100,000, because I want the premium account. I want to be able to get more exposure to other types of commercial real estate. So these are the REITs I was talking about. And if you've been following me for some time or reading my blog, you'll know that I invest in REITs, real estate investment trusts. My M1 finance portfolio is all REITs, and this Fundrise is a REIT as well, but it's not a stock. It is not a stock. So whereas on the stock market, you can buy shares of a REIT, it those shares are subject to the volatility of that market, right? So you're going to have the ups and downs every day. Whereas with Fundrise, it's pretty stable because you're investing in off exchange REITs. They call them e-REITs and e-funds, right? So you're investing through Fundrise into these REITs, which all have their different goals and objectives and investment strategies, and their Fundrise is not correlated to the stock market. So that was another benefit for me personally to invest in Fundrise. I wanted something that didn't correlate to the stock market. Of course, I could have went with bonds or gold or a gold ETF or something else. But I'm a firm believer in real estate. I'm a firm believer that it's one of the best asset classes to build long-term wealth. So I went with Fundrise. There's a few others out there. There's Realty Mogul. There's Diversity Fund. There's I think those are the other two that I know of. I'm sure there's more. I just can't think of them. But anyways, back to the projects. So these are the types of projects that you can be invested in, right? Of course, you're invested into a REIT. You're not invested into the direct real estate, which could be a huge benefit for some. And I can briefly talk about that. Like a single family. You got to deal with the tenants, the trash, and the toilets. So you got to deal with all that stuff. Plus, you got to deal with evictions and everything else that goes with single-family rental homes. Whereas, you get to take advantage of the tax benefits, things like that. But when you invest in a REIT, the REIT, you're just going to get a return in the form of a dividend or a distribution, right? So if you invest $1,000 in a REIT, produces a 5 or 6% yield, you're going to get $50 or $60 on that initial $1,000 investment, right? But you didn't have to do anything. It's completely passive, which is nice, versus owning real estate, actual physical real estate. You're going to be more of an active investor. So just some food for thought. So this is what their projected returns are. Rating. If you don't know what ratings are in real estate, most I don't know I don't even know how to explain it really. Most neighborhoods and cities, they have these ratings, right? uh, they go all the way down to D, right? Yeah, D. So you have from D to A being obviously the best, and then you have B, which is a nice mix of views. D is like high risk, good or high risk. I want to say high risk, high returns. In the form of rents. It commands higher rents, but you're also putting yourself at higher risk, right? Maybe the neighborhood is not so good. Maybe the area is up and coming in the next 5 years, whatever, right? Then you have D up to D1, then C, then B, and then A. A1 is like a house, a single family rental that'll appreciate in value, but it's not going to command the best, rental returns. So it's kind of a trade-off between the two. Home Union does a good write-up. I'll include a link to the description down below on that on Home Union. But anyways, this is what I'm invested in, and this is why I like Fundrise, because I get to have exposure into different types of real estate. We have single family homes, we have stabilized commercial. I'm sorry, we have commercial real estate. There's commercial apartments, huge apartment development. These are, to me, this is cool. I like to invest in things like this, and I see that it's tangible, it is real. You know, I'm not investing in paper stocks. I'm not I keep saying investing, like it's like invasion, but I mean investing. I'm not investing into paper assets. I'm investing into real hard assets, right? So that's what I like. Um, so back to Fundrise here. Again, I'm sitting at 17,000. Realistically, all the cash invested, I'm about at 16 something. Maybe a little under, maybe a little high on the high side of 1500, 15,000. I'm sorry. Um, but my whole goal with this portfolio is to get it to 100,000, right? Uh, it helps with the diversification. It's going to help tremendously with the diversification for my stock portfolio, because as my stock portfolio is very volatile, goes up and down, right? Fundrise or real estate in general just kind of does its own thing, and usually rises over time. Of course, if the real estate market crashes, I'd feel that through Fundrise, and I'd feel that through my own rental properties, as we have seen earlier in this year with the pandemic. But over the long term, real estate has typically generated returns that exceed what a standard index like the S&P 500 can return, right? And that's data that I pulled from the North American Real Estate Investment Trust uh, uh, group, I want to say, organization, whatever, the REIT group. You can look. I'll include a link in the description. There, it's nareit.com. But anyways, uh, so that's this account. That's this account in a nutshell. I haven't done a video on this, and I wanted to get this out into the public. I plan to increase contributions up to $30,000. Again, I want it to get to 100,000 over the next couple of years. And I've seen some portfolios that have like $200,000 and $250,000, and I mean that kind of motivated me, because I'm seeing people put in way larger investments, and it kind of just motivates me to want to reach that, because like in a single day, his change was like positive, $1,500. That's pretty cool in my opinion, and plus his yields were way better than mine. So that just motivated me to want to continue investing with Fundrise. Now, a quick thing about Fundrise that many may not know uh, is a redemption plan. Okay, so you have liquidity, you have stocks, you have where you can buy into it and then sell it, and then get the money out overnight. With Fundrise, not as easy, right? With Fundrise, you're going to invest your money, and if you try to redeem it too early, because of the nature of real estate as an illiquid, long-term investment, you're going to be hit with fees and early redemption charges, right? And Fundrise reserves the right to stop the redemption program altogether. I think they did a tremendous job, in my opinion, navigating this crazy time. They actually came out with an investor update. I hope I can find it. I don't want to take up too much time here. Yeah. No, that's not it. Anyways, they actually I'll put a link to the article. Oh, yeah. So this is yeah. So this is how we're navigating. Yeah. So this is it right here. Um, I'll try to put a link to this down in the description. But I think Fundrise did a fantastic job in stopping the redemption program, or putting a halt to the redemption program, and that's because everyone was trying to get out all at once, trying to pull money from Fundrise, and Fundrise and its management decided to stop the redemption program, because as all these investors are pulling out of fear, they're putting the greater investment at risk, the greater investor community at risk. And by them stopping it, their money is still tied up. The assets will still continue to perform. Fundrise will continue to live and continue to thrive and continue to invest even during this uncertain time. Yeah, a lot of investors may be pissed that they can't take out their money, but when you sign up with Fundrise and you put in your first contribution, they tell you up front that you need to have a long-term horizon. That if you try to pull your money out, it takes at least 30 to 60 days, and that Fundrise reserves a right to stop redemptions. So during this pandemic, they made the right call and stop the redemption program. And again, I wasn't as upset because I don't have like $250,000 in the account, but I think it was still the right move to do. So um, that'll be it. That'll be it for this video. I just wanted to quickly talk about Fundrise and my investment in Fundrise, kind of my goals with Fundrise and where I plan to go with it. Let me know if you're investing in Fundrise, what you think, or if you're interested or whatever. Again, REITs are a great way to invest in real estate without being actually invested into the physical real estate. Uh, it provides great passive income. You're not dealing with the toilets, tenants, and trash. And you just got to have a long-term horizon, long-term passive income. I'm sorry, long-term passive investing horizon, and let compounding take care of itself. All right. But anyways, hope this video was helpful for anyone or educational. If you liked it, please let me know down below. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are. Thanks, guys.